Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cloud Classroom, Azure App Service Mastery class. My name is Mutasem Hamad, and I'm excited to be your guide through this series. With over 9 years of experience with Microsoft Azure and Azure App Service, I'll be sharing knowledge and experience around Azure services and products. In this course, we will cover a wide range of topics that will help you make the most out of Azure App Service. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced user, these lessons are designed to provide valuable insight into one of the most popular Azure services. We will start by getting familiar with Azure Portal and key concepts like a resource group, app service plan, and web app. You will learn how to create a web app and explore the Azure Marketplace, which allows you to quickly deploy your web app into both Windows and Linux using different popular frameworks. Understanding the internals of Azure App Service hosting options, SKUs, pricing tiers, networking, and Azure Compute Units. As we progress, we will dive into configuring your web app with various options and settings, from adding custom domain names to implementing SSL certificate and web application firewall. We will cover everything you need to know on how to secure your app service. You will gain insight into advanced concepts like running Docker containers in app service, using web app for containers, Docker Compose, which allows us to run multi-containers in app service. We will explore different deployment options, including continuous deployment and how you can set up your deployment slots for scenarios like a blue-green deployment using Azure DevOps pipelines. Monitoring your web app is crucial, and in this course you will discover how to track real-time traffic and analyze historical data for your web application. You will also set up alerts so you can automatically get notified when issues arise in your application, and how you can define a monitoring strategy for your app service. Throughout this series, we will align our Azure App Service configuration and setup with the Azure Well-Architected Framework. Azure Well-Architected Framework provides guidelines to improve the quality of your workload, with pillars including reliability, security, cost optimization, operational excellence, and performance efficiency. By the end of this course, you will be equipped to leverage the full potential of Azure App Service and create a robust, secure, and high-performing web app. So let's jumpstart into the first session. In this session, we are going to cover Azure App Service basics, and we are going to discover concepts like Azure App Service plans, pricing tiers, SKUs, and hosting options, and much more. So what is Azure App Service? Azure App Service is a platform as a service offering that provides a versatile and scalable environment for hosting web applications and APIs. We have two main specialized types, which are web apps and API apps. Web app, which also known as app service, are designed to host and manage web applications, where on the other hand, API apps are also part of app service, but are specifically tailored for hosting and managing APIs. You can think of app service plan as the underlying infrastructure that defines the resource, compute power, features, capabilities of your web app. It provides the container where your web app and APIs are able to run. So let's dive into understanding what is under the hood for app service and app service plans. By default, whenever you want to create an Azure resource, you'll need an Azure subscription. So let's start by the main container, which is an Azure subscription. Inside Azure subscription, in order to create resources, you need an Azure resource group. Azure resource group is just like a container to host your resources. Usually, resources within a resource group should share the same lifecycle. For instance, a web application and a database should have like the same life cycle. So if we have a production, staging, testing, resources under each of these resource group should share the same life cycle. So here's an Azure subscription. We will need a resource group, which is a container again. So here's our resource group. We will also need an app service plan. And again, app service plan is a container for the resources. You can think of it as the actual compute resources of your Azure app service, right? So let's actually drag it a little bit over here. So here's a resource group. This one is an app service plan. App service plan. Inside app service plan, By default, when you go to the portal and create a web app, you will get assigned to one virtual machine, right? The virtual machine is just like the compute resources that you are allocated to run whatever resources inside of it. We will start for like the following few examples. We'll go with, we have one single virtual machine, so we're not going to draw it, but we are going to cover it in later sections. So inside the app service plan, you can create as many app service or web apps and APIs as you want. So over here, you can create, let's say, a web app and another web app. You can create another API app and another API app. One thing that you need to understand is that in terms of pricing, you are paying for the app service plan. You're not paying for the individual apps that you have within the app service plan. What does it mean? It means that you can create as many web apps as you want. You will only be billed by the number of instances per app service plan. We will cover that into later sections. So let's take an example where you have created a web app called App A inside your app service plan. And let's take an example that it's a Windows web app. What exactly is happening under the hood is the app service platform is creating an application pool, an IaaS application pool for your web application. And it will expose it to the internet using the following host name, which is going to be a.azurewebsites.net. Websites.net. So anyone accessing this application going to be redirected to your application. So let's actually go and dive into the portal to see how we can create this app A. Let's familiarize ourselves with Azure Portal. You can access Azure Portal using the following hostname, which is portal.azure.com. It's going to redirect you to the following page. And over here, you can see the recent Azure resources that you have used, and also the recent resources that are placed within your Azure subscription. To create a web app, there are multiple ways. One way you can use Azure Portal, which we're going to do for the sake of this demo, but there are multiple ways, such as use a command line, using tools like an Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, or infrastructure as code tools like Terraform, Bicep, and Azure Resource Manager templates. Let's create a resource. Over here, we've clicked on the plus sign, then we have clicked on the web app, create. Over here, we're going to choose the subscription, which is like the container for all of Azure resources. Then we're going to specify a resource group, which is again, it's like a virtual container for your resources. Let's create a new one that's called Cloudy Classroom. And also let's call this one Cloud Classroom as well. Cool. We have different options for creating a web app. We have one option which is bring your code, which is like the default. You have written your application code and you want to host it within a web application, or it's a containerized application, or it's a static web app. We are going to cover each of these in later sections, but let's start with using bring your own code. After choosing to bring your code, you can choose the runtime stack. App Service can run almost most of the frameworks or the popular frameworks, so we can start by .NET. App Service is an early adopter for all of the .NET, so you can find like the latest .NET framework releases over here. You can see Go language, it's experimental. Be careful when you're choosing experimental or in preview resources. It's not intended for production yet. Java applications, Node application, PHP, Python, and so on. For this one, we're going just like to use a .NET application. And here you can specify the operating system, whether you want to run in a Linux or Windows application. And for the first part of, or the first set of this course, we're going to use the Windows, then we're going to cover Linux because even though it's the same product, but like the underlying operating system is different. And in a way or another, the tooling can be a bit different between Windows and Linux. Next to it is the region. This is also like one of the most important decisions when specifying and creating an Azure resources, because it's where exactly you're going to place your Azure resource. So let's take an example. You are in the US, and most of the user base for your application are located in the US. So it's better to locate your Azure resources to be created inside a data center that's physically close to your user base. Which means, for instance, if you're in West Coast or East Coast, it's better to choose like an East US, because most of my users are around there. So the traffic is going to be much faster. In a bit, I'm going to show you, like, for instance, how you can use Azure Speed Test, which is going to do like a speed test from your current location to a different Azure data center to show you like the latency. But you can choose the region. We have the pricing options or the pricing plans. Here we are creating a Windows plan in East US as per this region, and we have different pricing plans. I'm going to explain it in details in a bit. So you can see we have an options from free, standard, basic, free, shared, basic, standard, premium, and a lot of premiums over here. And you can see like we have one thing that's common between all of these. We have this, which is ACU, Azure Compute Unit. We have the memory and the CPU as well. Um, these you can think of it as just like a virtual machine for hosting your web application. You can see, like, for instance, the ACU between this one and this one, it's almost double. So you are actually getting a larger machine for hosting your web application. We're going to cover the ACU in a bit. Um, Next is the zone redundancy. We're going to cover zone redundancy in details as well. But this one is you can specify whether this app service is a zone redundant or not. I don't have the option to actually choose a zone redundant or not. It shows like a grade because I am not in the correct um, pricing tier that allows me to choose between these two. Switching to a premium is giving me an option to switch to a zone redundant. But choosing a zone redundant or not, it's actually going to have like a different conversation around that one, which is supposed to go back to your requirements, whether you want a zone redundant or not, and your availability and the availability of your application. This is a different conversation. For now, um, let's switch back to standard, which is enough for the most. Actually, basic is supposed to be enough for all of the demo, but like I'll pick standard. Let's go over there and click deployment. I'm not going to hook any Azure GitHub action or anything. I'm just going to use like the default page. Networking, we are going to cover this bit in later sections. Monitoring, also we're going to cover this one. Here I'm creating an application insight. Also, we're going to have like another session around application insight, tags, which is a way of tagging your applications. Next, create, it's doing validation and doing create. This one is going to take a few seconds. Let me pause and resume back when it's created. Now the resources are created. I can browse my resources through Resource Explorer. This is my cloud classroom. I can see a set of resources. Over here we have the app service, which is the web app. We have the app service plan. Um, Once you have created your web app, the web app name, a host name would be web app name, which is cloudyclassroom.azurewebsites.net. You can click on browse and it will show you the default page. In later section, we're going to discover how we can make a deployment for your code to the app service, and how you can publish it with the different deployment options that we have. Let's understand and discover what exactly is happening under the hood for the app service. Once you have created a web app, let's go back to the whiteboard. So again, by default, whenever you want to create a resource in Azure, you must have an Azure subscription. So it's the main container for all of the resources that we have. So here I have my subscription. Inside the subscription, we will have a resource group and multiple resource groups. And again, resource groups are just virtual container for resources. So here's my resource group. We can create multiple app service plans inside the resource group. I'm going to create one over here, which we have done in the portal. This is an app service plan. And inside of it, we can create as many web apps, API apps as we want. One note to consider over here, you're actually being charged and billed the monthly bill by the number of instances or virtual machine that you have under an app service plan, not by the number of web apps. It means I can have um, as many web apps, APIs as I want, and I will only be charged by the number of virtual machines that I have under my app service plan. So here, let's say we have a web app, and here I have an API, and this is the API. So in our example, we have created a cloud classroom app service. By default, the app service plan will be created with a single virtual machine or a single instance. So here, let's have one instance over here. So this is like the instance, let's call it VM1. And it will be exposed to the internet through the host name, which is the Cloudy Classroom, cloudyclassroom.azure websites.net, blah, 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 over here. Um, this is like the resources hierarchy. We need to understand one concept is like the scale out. What exactly is the scale out? Let's actually take one closer look. We have two concepts I want to cover, which is the horizontal versus vertical scaling. The horizontal H and V. What exactly the difference? Horizontal scaling, let's say you have a virtual machine with 1 gig of memory and one CPU. Here it's just like one. When you do a scale out, you adding a replica of this one. It is not a replica. Let's actually copy this, Control V. So this is a replica, and this is another replica. So you're doing a scale out or a scale in. So you're increasing the number of instances versus decreasing the number of instances. Over here, what exactly is happening under the hood for the app service? Let's assume that we have a web app with a single virtual machine. Here's a VM, and we have a web app. What exactly is happening is, by default, anyone coming from the internet will be accessing this instance. Let's say you have more volume, more traffic coming to their web application. The current virtual machine is not able to handle all of the requests, and it's actually causing um, a lot of resources and compute utilization. So the CPU memory is nearly 80%, which means the application is almost fully utilized, and you want to consider the performance, because for a lot of application and different application, once the resource utilization reach a certain threshold, like 90%, the performance of the application, there will be like a degradation and slowness. So what exactly we need to do? We need to do a scale out. Scale out is adding another instance. So over here, I'm just saying, yeah, I need a second virtual machine. And here's like another web app. So the web app will be hosted on two different machines. And what exactly Azure is doing internally, this is not something that you have to take care of. It's going to be something within the infrastructure itself. There will be a load balancer. Any request will go over the load balancer and will be round robin request distribution between these two instances. And if you decided to add more, we're going to add more, and so on. This is a topic we're going to discover in details, but like I thought I need to cover this right now. Going back over here, what exactly is happening again? This virtual machine, if you have decided to create a second replica, so what is happening is you're just going over whatever you have over here. You're doing just a second. What exactly is happening is we are taking a copy of this one, control copy, and we do control V. And right now we have a VM, instead of VM1, we have VM2. So right now we have two virtual machines. You're paying for two instances. Any request again will go over either this one or this one through the load balancer. This is what is happening under the hood. Internally, we are going to cover internals of app service in later sections as well, but this is what is happening for the app service in a nutshell. The other type of scaling is the vertical scaling. So let's take an example. Let's say you want to do a vertical scaling, which is a scale up. What is the difference between horizontal and vertical? So let's take an example. You have a one virtual machine. This virtual machine, this virtual machine is 100 ACU, Azure Compute Unit. And what is Azure Compute Units? It's just like a way of measuring the compute power of a virtual machine across Azure SKUs. So over here, for instance, you have this one, which is 100. You want a larger one. So you will go over, for instance, for app service or virtual machine and choose that I want a larger machine. So you'll go over there and ask the platform to provide you with, let's say 250 ACU. So instead of your application being running inside this one, we will kind of move your application to run the workload under this one. Um, or vice versa as well. For instance, you are actually paying for the 250 ACU and you have decided the resources and the website under this virtual machine is underutilized. So you can just like move back to a smaller instance, which is you're going to pay less or you're going to pay more, depends on this, like whether it's a scale up or down. But this is like the main difference between horizontal and vertical scaling. So the reason we are covering Azure Compute Units is whenever you're creating an app service plan, you have to decide on the virtual machine size and the number of instances you're running for an app service plan. Um, so for instance, let's go back to our web app. So here's my web app and here's my app service plan. So um, when I go over the settings, I have these two blades. The first blade is a scale up and the second one is a scale out. This one is for the vertical scaling. This is one for the horizontal. So if I go over here, I have the option to either decrease or increase the compute unit for the virtual machine. And what exactly I'm doing is I'm just like switching to a different virtual machine. So here you can see we have like 100, we have almost 210. So like different options. Or when I go to the scale out, I have the option to do scaling. So I can do just like this one. So for instance, instead of running on a single instance, I can run on 10 virtual machines. So these are the two scaling options. We're going to cover manual versus automatic scaling later in these sections. Also, we're going to cover the SKUs in details. So in Azure, we have like different types or categories of virtual machines. We call it virtual machine series. And virtual machine series are just like way we can categorize virtual machine compute power. One you can find is a general purpose. You can find memory optimized and so on. For app service, we have two types. The first type is A series. The second type is a D series or DV2 series. You can see like the difference between the compute power for these virtual machines. For instance, for the S1 and the B1, you can see we have 100 total ACU. Whether if you're running on a P1 V2, you can see 210, or if it's a P1 V3, it's 195, right? So these are the difference. So for instance, when we were talking, you can switch from S1 to P1 V2, which is considered as a vertical scaling. You're switching the virtual machine. You're getting uh, more CPUs and more memory. Uh, this is something that we need to consider when deciding on the VM, and we will cover like how you can actually do um, calculation to find out what is if the virtual machine I would say if the virtual machine compute is enough for your workload or not in later sections. There are lots of ways you can calculate that and test that. Um, so what is the difference between, like, for instance, um, the standard and the premium? Um, so there are lots of things that you need to consider. The first one is like the compute power, which we have covered. The second thing is the feature or the features that are available for each SKU. So for instance, if you are running on a standard, you can see we have for instance up to five staging slot, where if you're running on a premium, you have an option to create up to 20. What is staging slot? Again, this is something that we are going to cover in later sections, but I need to make it clear that when you're actually going between SKUs, there are set of uh, ACU and Azure Compute Unit difference and feature difference. So these two main factors that you will need to decide whether you want standard, for instance, over a premium, or premium V2 over premium V3, and so on. One important topic that I want to cover in this section is the difference between the multi-tenant app service plan and a single tenant. And as the name implies, the multi-tenant app service plan refers to that you are sharing the infrastructure roles, the platform infrastructure roles with other customer, where if you're using a single tenant, it's an isolated environment and it's only hosting your application over here. And you can see, as per with this figure, that the main difference is that for the multi-tenant, it's directly under resource group. It's exposed to the internet by default. You can control that in later section we're going to cover. Um, where for the single tenant, you you can see like it's inside the resource group, virtual network subnet. So you're deploying this app service environment that you can use to create multiple app service plans inside your virtual network. So it gives you more control over the networking for your resources, for your web apps and API apps and plans. There are other differences for the single tenant, such as like the scaling limitations. Another also part, which is the pricing. We're going to cover that one in later sections as well. But you need to have at the back of your mind that yes, whenever I'm designing my app service plan, there are these two hosting options that I need to consider, whether I want a fully isolation for my resources, or I can actually uh, I can actually work with a kind of a multi-tenant resources with only resource isolation over the compute or the virtual machine that runs my application. One thing to consider is that for the rest of this series, I'm going to work with a multi-tenant app service plan. So unless I have explicitly mentioned that this is an app service environment, the scenario will apply for a multi-tenant app service plan. So that's it for today's lecture. In the next section, we're going to cover app service networking in details. We're going to cover private endpoint, access restrictions, um, virtual network integration, private endpoint, service endpoints, and all of these concepts in later section. Thanks everyone for listening. Have a great day.